Hello, thanks for joining me today. I'm waiting on Zoom for a couple of people to join in, but what I wanted to talk about today was the thought of nature versus nurture. Why I'm talking about this is because, again, nature versus nurture. I have relatives, as some of you know, in South America, and there was a mandate that was just passed up yesterday that states that this is in Peru, by the way. In Peru, there's a mandate that says that chloride dioxin is perfectly fine to take internally for the COVID virus. And I received these messages through some people in South America asking me what I thought about it. And it honestly just horrified me because just if you think, what is chlorine dioxide? Some of you who may or may not know what chlorine does, it literally just is Clorox. It is used as a disinfectant. It is used in many perfumes, personal care products, and detergents, but I am here to make sure that you are all clear that it is the worst thing you could do for your health. How so? What I wanted to go over is really the truth. Again, people are asking me if they should intake this chloride dioxide. And when some of those people, as we all know, when it hits home to our loved ones, it just simply just shocks me. So I decided I would talk about the fact that if we look at the whole of the human being, the humanoid, if you will, we are composed 98% of a virus that wiped out the caveman, the Neanderthal, before we became a Homo sapien. That means that your DNA is pretty much, as I always say, we are the worst cockroaches on this planet. So we need dirt, we need nature to build our immunity up. So if you're concerned about getting COVID or any other condition, take a lot of dark green leafy vegetables. The more chlorophyll you put in your body, which again, you could get through spinach or kale, or simply, there's a lot of products out there that sell chlorophyll or chloroxygen together. That's great. Chloride dioxide, not great. I repeat, absolutely not great. So chloride dioxide forms something that just by opening up a bottle, it throws into the air something called dioxin. Dioxin can really harm your lungs, but more importantly, it's just you're ripping through your esophageal lining into everything, all of your body. And yes, believe it or not, it is placed in our drinking water, which again kind of horrifies me. So for that in mind, I wanted to go over some dangerous chemicals, and I'm sure some of you know this, but just to put the information out there, that are in your home. So number one, phthalates. This is endocrine disrupting, reproductive system disrupting chemicals that we tend to see a lot. If you drink water in a bottle that has a little triangle with a one or a two, don't, because you're leaking synthetic chemicals onto your water that you're drinking. One of the things I always say is yes, you can definitely pray over your water and send it positive energy, but you have to take care of your physical form. Another thing I wanted to talk, anyway, basically, the phthalates you can find in vinyl, you can find in PVC, and another thing is the pots that you may cook with. Make sure that they are stainless steel. You can do cast iron because the iron will leak onto your food, and that's actually good for you. But anything with a Teflon, nowadays they've gotten a lot of different fancy names. You can Google this, and just don't use those kind of pots or cover surfaces. They're just, it just horrifies me. They're terrible for your health. Again, we kind of went over BPA is also the same sort of component that's in your water bottles. The chlorine increases your heart risk of heart disease. Um, But not only that, it blows my mind away, the oxygen. The next thing is something called radon. When I moved and purchased a home in Florida, I remember a lot of the real estate people were kind of blown away that I insisted in getting the land tested for radon. They say it comes from the earth up, but Mother Earth doesn't have anything toxic. Whenever you find radon in houses, usually in the Northeast, Southeast, Mid America, I mean, it's really everywhere. Where it comes from is that many moons ago, we, meaning in America, we used to put into the ground toxins that were no longer needed, and they felt that it was perfectly safe just to dig it deep into the ground, and you would be just fine. But what ended up happening is, as we know, everything, it gets absorbed, let's say, and it started to leak radon. So check that out. You can get a test kit online anywhere, and find out more about that. The other thing is, I have a lot of people that have parents, or usually people in their 70s and up nowadays, uh, start developing mental conditions like Parkinson's or dementia, but mostly Parkinson's in this particular case. And that does come because way back in the day, in the 40s, 30s to 50s, I should say, it was commonplace to make toys out of lead, and the lead would leak in to your skin through your pores, and that really does affect your central nervous system and your brain. With that being said, there are a lot of ways we can replenish our brain. As we know, omega 369, which I highly recommend, easy fix, get perilla leaf. Perilla is a beautiful plant that is either green or reddish, and it's just so high in nutrients for those of you who are vegan. If you're not a vegan, fish oils, right? Making sure that they're not intoxicated. And there's just so many flaxseed oils, sesame oils, olive oil, if it's pure. Everything should be organic and pure, as we all know. With that being said, we are going to start our meditation. So I'm going to ask all of you, if you are seated, make sure your feet are planted into the ground, and you're going to roll your shoulders up into your ears and then just drop them. And we're going to roll up again. And as you roll up and down, just breathe in through your nose and with the tip of the tongue behind the teeth and the gum line, like I always say, because it connects the yin and the yang. We're going to just breathe in and out to relieve any stress you might have from the day. Anything that no longer serves you, just kind of imagine that you're dropping it onto Mother Earth, and she is really recycling this energy. Okay, so you can either choose to put your hands up to receive the energy from the universe, or put your hands down on your lap. Lately, I've been liking the hands down because these meridians touch the meridians that go down the leg, up or down the leg, I should say. And I was thinking about this in my meditation yesterday. It's amazing that meridians are the energetic little highways of energy that go up through your body. And the lung and the large intestine, which run through here, are so superficial. But therefore, our deepest organs are lungs, which are sadness and grief, and our large intestine, which is our ability to let go and let our higher power take over. So whatever way you choose, we're gonna close our eyes. Bring your shoulders back down and pin them so your back is straight. You want to make sure your spine is as aligned as possible. I'm gonna ask you to breathe in through your nose and breathe out through your mouth. And as we inhale, we think, I am inhaling all of the loving, healing energy that my body needs right here, right now. As we exhale a little longer, telling our body, I am safe. I am safe. And so as you breathe in and out at your own pace, I want you to start focusing on being in your physical form right here, right now, on feeling what it feels like to be inside your shoulders, to be inside your arms and your hands, to be inside your neck and the whole of your head. Imagine now this energy as a healing, loving energy as it goes down into your waist, into your hips. And imagine that any tension you have in your waist or your hips, you just release it onto Mother Earth as we feel what it feels like, becoming very aware of what it feels like to be inside our thighs now, down to our knees. Play around in there in that knee area. If any joint issues are coming up, send them love. Imagine that you are not separated from every single atom inside and outside of you. And send yourself healing, loving amethyst light energy as you imagine the energy going down your legs, down your shins into your ankles, letting the energy stay around your ankles and releasing anything, any discomfort, any pains as we go down into our feet. And playing around with how it feels to be inside our feet, inside every single one of our toes. Imagine that it is safe for you to walk into your future now. Why I'm asking you to focus today more from the waist down is because any ailment, issue, dis-ease, any discomfort you have from your waist down, it has everything to do with our walking, literally walking into the future. So I'm going to ask you to just let's focus today from the waist down as now we're in our feet. Imagining that suddenly from the waist down is sort of like a beautiful shower of energy that melts into Mother Earth. And it goes down, down, down into the center of her gravity pull. And in the center of Mother Earth, we really can feel the vibration of pure loving energy of this planet that has helped us to thrive regardless of what has happened, the negatives and the positives. We won't focus on either. Today, I want us to come into that middle ground, the middle path, as it is called in Buddhism. So as we focus that we are just like a shower comes over us and we just melt down into the center of Mother Earth, I want you to imagine that you're traveling and it sort of feels like water would feel as it would run through your fingertips. That's how you feel as you're traveling down deeper and deeper through this beautiful, rich soil. And as you travel in, going down further and further, listen. Use your sense of listening. Use your own intuition. Maybe you hear some messages that you're meant to hear about what Mother Earth is trying to tell you about your health. A message only for you. Keep breathing in through your nose and out through the mouth at your own pace as we keep traveling down further and further and further down to the core of Mother Earth. And that core, boy, it's taking a while to get there because we want to concentrate on how good it feels to keep traveling. Feel the spaces all around you. It's easy because you have no constraint of physical form. You're pure, loving, liquid energy. Imagine that you keep traveling down, down, down. You might feel that at some point you go around or straight, but feel how it feels to keep traveling down to the center of our Mother Earth. Breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. Every time you go down further and further, you're allowing yourself to go in as deep as you want to go because this is your time and your work, and I'm here in service. So keep breathing and going and feeling and seeing and experiencing and start using your other senses now. With your eyes closed, imagine that you could see, visualize beautiful earth, stones, crystals, perhaps fossils, all of the things that have come to form this big, beautiful rock called Mother Earth. Perhaps you feel roots of plants that have grown, or decay of everything that dies, that is rebirth, and the richness of that soil as you keep going down and down. And suddenly you start to feel that you're getting really close to the center. And as you get really, really close to the center of Mother Earth, you can feel it because you feel this sort of auric charge coming towards you. And it starts to envelop you in the most amazingly delicious feeling amethyst light of pure healing. Maybe yours is white or bright yellow or another color. There is no right or wrong. And just keep imagining that the closer you get, you might feel a tingling sensation. You might feel complete relaxation as you go in deeper and deeper, as if you were going back to the womb of your own mom before you were born, where it is safe, it is completely safe. And so as we come to the center, we're going to bathe into that center gravity pull of pure healing energy. And as you find yourself being bathed in this overwhelming, unconditional love and light, I am going to stay quiet and meditate with you, sending you all love, and I will see you on the other side. As you breathe in and you breathe out, I want you to still feel, using your imagination, that you are inside Mother Earth and you're sending her healing and everyone in the planet from the most central point of gravity going out into the whole of our planet, into our ozone atmosphere, and going on higher and higher. As you do this, I want you to keep imagining that it goes higher and extends not only to this planet, but to every other planet in the universe. And we're sending pure loving energy to everyone around us. Imagine that now as you breathe in and out, and you start to come back, going out of the center of Mother Earth, or maybe coming back from the extension of where you were, and you come back into your physical form. Breathing in and out, I want you to slowly start to wiggle your fingers and wiggle your toes, and then your arms and your legs, just kind of shaking back into your physical form, shaking into your hips, into your shoulders, maybe moving your head about if you need to. As you open up your eyes and coming back into the space where we have come together for the betterment of not only ourselves but the planet. As you know, when you work on yourself, by default, people around you get better. And I love this. I was saying this to one of my patients this morning, that they say that, what is that expression? You treat people the way you want to be treated. But supposedly, the actual translation of that in Aramaic is, people will treat you the way you let them treat you, you see. We cannot control how people are going to treat us, but we can control how we treat ourselves. So this is why I ask you, going back to my initial conversation about toxins, dangerous chemicals, do not go into your body. Do not, I repeat, do not use this fake chloride dioxide. No, does not go into your body. When you clean with ammonia or even Purell, I know a lot of people are like, disinfectant, yay. No, all those ethyl alcohols are really bad. These are pores, they go inside you. Use natural ones. Use aloe, essential oils. There's so many different ones that we could be using that are even more effective. It's just that we've been sold this sort of blindfold bullshit about how if it's got alcohol in it, if it got Clorox in it, then it's really good for you. Do you know how hard it is for me to have to tell somebody who has a loved one with cancer to stop them? A lot of people who don't know any better, I'm not judging here, but they don't know any better, they'll want to clean anyone who has cancer in their household. They feel it's like contagious or something, and they put ammonia, they put bleach on all of their pillowcases, I mean, washing the pillows and the sheets to keep them clean and healthier. No, wrong. You actually need your immunity to go up. You don't need to put chemicals to be clean. We are already very filthy. We're all disgusting little humanoids that are filled with unconditional love and fertility. So if you want to stay fertile, again, especially I was talking earlier about the phthalates. Phthalates are endocrine and respiratory and reproductive system and heart disease sort of situations. So they might look like, again, in your shampoos, a lot of shampoos have them, a lot of deodorants. The secret is, don't use secret that has aluminum. It's toxins. So don't use any of those chemicals. And remember, our discussion of today was really, what is my truth? Don't believe me. Go into deep meditation as we have today. And I'll be putting this on YouTube if you guys want to do this again, and the other ones we've done before this one. And just pay attention. What detergent, what personal care products am I putting on my body? A lot of times people ask me about like face products and such. Something as simple as organic coconut oil. Put it in your hair once a month, your face, your body, all sorts of different. There's so many beautiful natural chemicals, non-chemicals that are out there. Anyway, with that, I just want to thank everyone for joining me. Next Wednesday will be our last one, and then I will be introducing something new. And why? Because I've been asked by patients and friends in Europe to do this at a different time. So we're going to change it up a little bit. Thank you, everybody, for joining me and letting me be of service. And I send you so much light and love. And I hope you felt the amethyst light of healing energy that I was sending to everyone on these waves. Have a fantastic rest of your week and many blessings on this new moon in Cancer. Bye, everyone.